been a big point of the James Gunn push for their new world is he's been saying that they're going to do live action and animated content that exists in the same world.
Is in the business of saving the damn world by any means necessary.
What in the holy hell?
You said you wanted me to be a hero.
Not like that.
Ooh.
Don't know too much about these characters, so for me, it'll be kind of a new experience with this world.
He confirmed it and said they had a grueling audition process that he had to make it through, and he's proud to announce we have our Green Lantern, and heck yeah, it's Arron here. I'm excited to see what he brings. I think
what a strong name too.
Yeah, Arron Pierre.
Welcome to Backseat Directing,
where we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, and more.
We're your hosts,
Andrew
and Arron.
We put out new episodes every Monday and Thursday.
And today we're reacting to the new trailer of Creature Commandos.
3, 2, 1, action.
We have the first trailer for the new DC universe.
I think everybody's favorite superhero team, if we're being honest with ourselves, the Creature Commandos.
Boom. I'm so excited.
It goes Creature Commandos, Justice League, Avengers.
Yes.
Teen Titans.
Young Avengers.
Young Avengers. Guardians of the Galaxy.
X-Men.
X-Men's got to go
up a little.
Up a little.
A little. Yeah, we forgot.
That was an egregious error.
Yeah. I haven't seen this trailer at all yet. Have you?
I haven't. Nope. Haven't. I've strayed away from it. It's been out a couple days.
I also wasn't fully aware that it was animated.
Oh, you weren't?
I don't think so.
That's been a big point of the James Gunn push for their new world is he's been saying that they're going to do live action and animated content that exists in the same world. So I think we actually, you might have forgotten, but I think we actually talked about this when he first was rolling out a bunch of news for the new DCEU, or not DCU, the new DCU. When he first came on board and they first announced Creature Commandos, he was saying that the animated content was going to be canon to the DCU, which sounds a little bit confusing for some more casual fans, and was some discourse about if it was a little too weak, quote unquote, weird for mass audiences.
I do remember us talking about how the animated content is going to be in the same world as the live action. I just didn't realize that this
specifically was
the first entry and it was animated. I didn't connect the dots on that.
But I think that's why cast members like Frank Grillo and his character, they kind of look like their animated counterpart, just in case they want to put them into live action.
Yeah. I think it's kind of cool to have it all. And I don't think it's hard to follow either. It's, hey, anything that we put out that's not the Batman is all part of this universe. That seems pretty straightforward to me, right?
I think people have already struggled so much with the DC EU continuity, and now they're starting a new one. I think it's simple enough, but I think you can very easily have something be considered overcomplicated. Look at Inception. It's considered one of the most complicated movies of all time, and it's not that complicated because Nolan gives you all the information you need.
Right. I understand. I get it. I'm on board.
But I do also agree with you that it won't be too complicated. Look at the banner. It's got the new DC Studios banner on it.
Would you look at that? All right, let's get into this trailer, shall we?
Thank you for clicking on this video. Please make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Tell all your friends and family about Andrew and Arron from Backseat Directing.
Ding! All right, here we go.
And here we go.
You found yourself in the middle of an international incident.
Oh, princess.
Looks kind of like X-Men
The
97.
United States is in the business of saving the damn world by any means necessary.
What in the holy hell?
Congress said we can't use human prisoners. These assholes aren't human.
Do you understand me now?
Who is she?
We call her the bride.
I was born here.
Who's Jason and the Argonauts?
That's
Dr.
Dr.
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus.
Why are you doing this?
What is that thing?
The Weasel.
The Weasel making a comeback? No way.
That's Nina Mazursky. Last
She looks just
one
like Ape
is
Sapien from
G.I.
Hellboy.
Robot.
Cheers to the Tin Man.
I like his smile.
I know you all aren't exactly enthusiastic about this mission.
I didn't realize I had a choice.
You said you wanted me to be a hero.
Not like that.
With a joy that's hard to hide.
Until we find out the truth of what's going on here. We're supposed to be on the same damn team.
G.I.
Friend Nina. You're bound to see my other side.
Ooh.
Shish kebab. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good.
You're always so hyperbolically violent. You need therapy.
Hold on, please don't let me. Hold on, please don't let me.
Clayface?
Don't let me. Please don't let me.
You wanted monsters.
Don't let me.
You got monsters.
Don't let me. Hold on, please don't let me be misunderstood.
December 5th, we're getting it pretty soon.
He's not a Nazi, G.I.
Oh, okay.
I feel like the Creature Commandos seem like they got Hellboy influence all over them.
Is this a movie or a series?
Oh, now I can't remember. There's a lot going on in there. I feel like it's a series because it's coming to HBO Max. Makes me think it's a series. Let's look it up. We can't be unsure about this and making a video telling people.
I don't know too much about these characters.
I mean, there's some familiar faces in there like Clayface, Amanda Waller.
Yeah, I recognize her because she's one of the few characters that's carrying over from the old DCEU,
Same
which
actress, too.
adds confusing elements to it all.
It's a television series.
Okay, so it's a series, not a film. Got it.
It seems like it is a Suicide Squad TV show that has the animation of X-Men 97 with the gore of Invincible from Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is this rated? As soon as the first kill happened, I was like, oh, got it. I understand.
TVMA probably, actually.
I'm gonna look it up. Creature Commandos.
I'm betting it's got TVMA rating. Too much blood and gore to be anything else. But that's the cool thing.
TVMA.
Cool thing about HBO Max is releasing stuff on their own platform. They don't really have to hold back. I mean, we get stuff like The Penguin, R-rated.
I think that also helps
TVMA.
Capture the adult attention, especially if this is all part of the same universe. Yeah. It's like, hey, this is animated, but it's not necessarily for kids.
Yeah.
It's for mature audiences.
If I had kids, I'd let them watch it.
I know. Denver would, for sure. It's a nice family movie or a show, if you ask him.
Tame. So, what do you think? What do you think overall? Do you like it?
I thought the animation looks good. I feel like it looks classic, kind of gives you the vibe of a lot of the older DC animated movies and shows. But it also, like you said, kind of feels modern and fresh. Like it has elements of Invincible or maybe even a little bit of The Boys kind of gore kind of aspect to it. So I'm interested in it. I, again, don't know too much about these characters. So for me, it'll be kind of a new experience with this world in a way.
Yeah, I'm open to being introduced to new characters as well. I mean, there's some familiar faces in here. Some just I know the names, but very, very little about them, like the Bride. I think that the trailer has me extremely hyped for the show.
Yeah.
I really, first of all, I love animation. I love animated movies. I love animated shows. I feel like they're so much easier for me to get sucked into for whatever reason nowadays than live action shows. Specifically when it comes to TV, I feel like I can watch animated shows a lot easier nowadays. And I like the gratuitous violence aspect as well. I feel like it juxtaposes really well with animated shows. So that's why I love things like Invincible. Or even I watched Scavenger's Reign recently. That was a good kind of show with some deep, dark things in it.
It kind of makes it a little easier to watch when you're watching animated gore, because it feels maybe exaggerated.
Yeah.
Like
Feels more digestible, I feel like.
Yeah. Like Invincible as live action would be pretty brutal.
Yeah, that's been seeing of Mark's face getting bashed in.
That's like part of the reaction that you get from the boys, because it is live action. So like you really connect to the violence that happens in that show.
Makes it hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
But after watching this, I really like the music. I like how much it looks like there's action in the series. I hope that the series itself lives up to the anticipation they built from the trailer, because lots of gunfire and cool creative approaches by having the different main characters be so, diverse in their power, skill sets, talents. Like there's
species.
Yeah. One's a robot. So the robot that has like guns for arms and super strength. You've got like I said, the Abe Sapien type character, the Shape of Water type character. The Weasel's like a drawback for me, honestly. Like I don't like characters that are just like so goofy, silly that they don't like really bring any personality to the screen. Like, I don't know. The Weasel kind of grosses me out, I guess.
Weasel as everywhere are offended right now.
Weasels everywhere are up in arms. They will be protesting in the comments. I didn't like the Weasel. He's played for a joke, and
they finally are getting good representation.
The one Weasel role that comes across the screen every 20 years, and you're going to slander it. No, but I don't know. The Weasel's the only thing that I'm like not. Yeah, I'm like I could kind of leave the Weasel behind in this show, but everybody else I think seems pretty interesting. I like the voice work. I think that. I'm just excited to see whatever this is, like the attack on that compound or whatever. It looks like there's like maybe like they're like trying to extract somebody or something in that scene where the robot's carrying the bathtub out to the car. They're like trying to escape this place. I'm really excited for the action. See like brutal action too. That reminds me of Omni-Man when I think it was Dr. Phosphorus like just put his arm through that whole guy. He's like obliterating bullets. Like so get some like powered up, super overpowered characters and hitting, mashing up against just weak, like grunt humans. It's always really cool to see.
It does add a little bit of an extra piece of excitement for me, knowing that these characters could show up in a live action movie as well, whether they're the main characters or just as like a cameo role, I feel like that's really cool.
I'm excited to see a new, fresh story in the DC world that has characters that I don't really recognize. I'm excited for that component because I feel like it gets to the point where I've seen, so many Batman stories that it gets harder for them to keep it fresh. Whether, I think that the Batman that we just got from Matt Reeves is amazing and fresh and unique, but I think like I wasn't a huge fan of Caped Crusader. So maybe when it comes to these type of projects, doing something, telling a totally fresh story, like Invincible, when that came out, I was like, oh, like this looks like it could be cool. And then I fell in love with it. So I hope that they just tell a unique story because they're not really beholden to much with these characters in the same way that if you change an aspect of Superman's character, people will riot.
Yeah. And it kind of feels like there's less pressure on this having to be like so good because it's coming out first.
Yeah.
Rather than like maybe some of these other shows that Marvel has put out in the last few years where it kind of feels like these characters are now the leading front of the MCU, but we don't really know them or have connected to them like we have a Captain America or Thor or Spider-Man. But this is just the first entry. This is kind of just feels like bonus rather than like, hey, this is what we have to look forward to for the next 5 years because Iron Man is dead.
Yeah, you have to get used to this.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to just, for whatever reason, watching this trailer, I felt really interested and excited to see what the personalities of these different characters are like.
Yeah.
Because they seem to come from all these super different backgrounds and I want to see how these personalities mesh. They seem like fun. Like the robot seems like fun. Dr. Phosphorus, the bride. I don't know what she is, but that missing link type Shape of Water woman, the amphibious woman. She said something that was like telling them not to fight or something, like a peacekeeper type personality. So it'd be cool to see how they all mesh.
What do you think of some of the other DC news that has come out, like the Green Lantern castings? We saw Krypto in a picture. What are your kind of thoughts on some of that new news?
First of all, I don't know if we've talked about this on the show yet, but I definitely said in the Discord that my opinion on the future of the DCU was literally hinging on them casting Aaron Pierre to be the Green Lantern. Because after watching Rebel Ridge, if you've watched Rebel Ridge and you're a DC fan and you weren't excited at the prospect of him being Green Lantern, we just aren't thinking on the same wavelength. Because I, watching that movie, was like, okay, he's playing like military type personality, he's playing a badass, he's playing a hero, and he fit the mold so well. I mean, visually, he looks so good, and I've seen pictures of him with the goatee, and you know, his build is very muscular, like a superhero. You know, like this superhero. It's a whole lot of man. It's a whole dude. The eyes.
Oh my gosh,
His-
I get lost.
God, I mean, I missed half of Rebel Ridge. I was lost in his eyes. I was like, what do you say? Rewind that. But those are perfect Green Lantern eyes. I mean, he's got like those like blue, gray, green eyes. And then once you like illuminate that, like, you know, brighten them up with CGI to give that like the
They
empowered
don't even
ring.
have to. They just shine a light
They're
on them
gonna
and
have
they
to-
glow
they're-
themselves.
They're gonna have to darken
Dim
them
them.
for the rest
Yeah.
of the movie and then just show his regular eyes. But I feel like, dude, how cool do the Kraven eyes look in the trailer? You know, Kraven the Hunter
Yeah.
trailer when he's got the glowing yellow. Something like that for Green Lantern, I think, would be awesome. But I think in every element, his acting performance, the physicality, the musculature, the eyes, the look of the face, the hair, the goatee. Everything he brought to the screen in Rebel Ridge, I was like, if they overlook this man for Green Lantern, which Jon Stewart is my favorite Green Lantern. I think, in my eyes, the best Green Lantern. I love him in Justice League the animated series, and then Justice League Unlimited. I wasn't that excited about Kyle Chandler, but I was like, I can take it and run with it if we get Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart. And so we got him. James Gunn tweeted about it, posted about it. He X'd about it. But he confirmed it and said like they had a grueling audition process that he had to make it through, and he was proud to announce we have our Green Lantern, and heck yeah, it's Aaron Pierre. I'm excited to see what he brings. I think
What a strong name too.
yeah, Aaron Pierre. I hope he gets a good script. I think either way, I will be. I mean, obviously, I don't want like a bad script, but I think either way, I think he will do a good job because I think he's already shown he has what it takes to do it and he has the look. But I hope that he gets a great script for Lanterns because I just think it can be such magic with like this amazing casting in my eyes with a great script.
So his role is starting off with a TV show, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Lanterns TV show, but it's supposed to be like a buddy cop thing.
And when's that supposed to come out?
I don't know,
26 maybe?
but Kyle Chandler's playing Hal Jordan Green Lantern, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's
Pretty
a lot.
sure.
There's a lot of Green Lanterns. There's Hal Jordan. There's like Kyle Rayner, Jon Stewart. There's a bunch. Let's see. Lanterns.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to outdo Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. No.
No,
How
I
do you
mean
beat that?
the movie was such a masterpiece. It says likely to debut in 2026. Lanterns likely to debut in 2026.
Man, so much DC stuff coming up.
The only confirmed dates for anything, from what I can tell, is Superman's going to come out in like July of 2025 next year, and then we have Creature Commandos coming out in December.
Okay.
So it's not a big slate. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's Supergirl in the works, you know, the Lanterns. And then James Gunn made some kind of statement that the next thing they're going to do, somebody asked on Twitter, what's the next thing to come after Supergirl and Lanterns? He said, the next thing will be one of three things, which is not confirmed what those three things are. But I think the insinuation is that the next thing will be either Swamp Thing or Batman Brave and the Bold or potentially another Superman story if they do like an all-star Superman story or something like that.
They didn't already like confirm the order for all these? I thought that was like
There was
part of their announcement that like
I remember us talking about
Like a
that
year ago.
and like I think Batman Brave and the Bold was supposed to come next,
Yeah.
in the schematic, but there's not confirmed dates for them. I think that was like
why does Batman and these DC universes keep getting pushed down and down? Like,
dude. So I'm about to call Matt Reeves up.
is it going to be in the Batman versus Superman movie again? That's the first time we see him.
Matt Reeves, I need the Batman Part 2 stat. Why is it coming out in 2026?
Yeah, maybe it'll be called Batman and Superman instead of versus.
So maybe we call it Batman and Robin, and they just get George Clooney back.
That's an idea. What do you think of Krypto?
I think the picture looks beautiful. I feel like when you add Krypto in sitting on the moon with him, it looks maybe a little bit corny, a little bit David Corny sweat.
How dare you? You don't like Krypto?
This man set me up.
You don't like man's best friend?
Hey, say what you were saying off camera.
Man's best friend? Why can't Superman have a best friend?
Dude.
What? I'm just with the people here.
No, I think that I like the concept of Krypto. I think he plays a lot better in animation or comics. I think in live action, seeing like a dog fly around and have superpowers is going to kind of take me out a little bit in a sense.
I think it kind of humanizes Superman.
I'm not trying to watch. I mean, Underdog is its own thing. Underdog is a cult classic masterpiece film starring Jason Lee. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Of course I have.
But that's its own masterpiece. But I just would rather focus more on Superman. I get it that in a sense, like Ace, the Bat Hound, and Krypto are like part of the family for that hero, like depending on what storyline you're looking at. But I would rather have left Krypto out. But I don't. It's not like I'm refunding my Superman ticket because they posted a picture with Krypto.
You're just not going to buy it altogether.
No, I think it could still potentially play really well in the movie. We'll see. You think it's going to play well in the movie?
No, I was just guessing. I'm on the same boat as you. I feel like it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, I mean,
James Gunn did Rocket really well, but I don't think that's necessarily the same as this.
Yeah, Rocket's humanoid, so
yeah.
I mean, it could be fun. I don't totally see how he fits in, but
if it's a small part, and it just makes a little.
As long as it's not like by his side the whole movie, I feel like that would be like
at the end.
Krypto catch.
At the end, it's Krypto who actually like saves the day. It's a Krypto movie, not even a Superman movie.
They changed the name to like Superman : Man's Best Friend.
Yeah, it's like how Thunderbolts has the asterisk at the end. It's Superman with the asterisk.
The name of the movie is Krypto, the Super Dog. They just take Superman out.
That's why they took Legacy out.
Oh, to replace it with Krypto.
Yes.
And Superman's like literally a background character. He's like only in like 5 minutes of the whole movie.
Dude, that'd be hilarious.
That would be the biggest FU to the Superman fans ever.
Someone's got to outdo Zack Snyder, right?
It looks pretty though. I mean, yeah, shot. It has the same feel as the other still, where it's like a little bit glossy. I feel like a real movie frame.
I trust James Gunn until he proves me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he gave us Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2 Unleashed. Like, he's given us some great stuff. I think he wrote those movies. My recollection is.
I thought he directed them too.
I don't think he directed them. I don't think he directed both of them.
Really?
Yeah, I always thought he did until we looked this up for something.
That would surprise me.
Scooby-Doo is directed by Raja Gosnell.
Oh, look at that.
Scooby-Doo. What's the second one called?
I don't know. Scooby-Doo 2.
Monsters Unleashed or something like that? Dude, if I got that right, I'm going to be impressed.
Isn't it something Island? Or am I just like...
No, that's in the first one. They go to like the island. The second one is Monsters Unleashed.
It's been a while.
I think it's the same director. Yeah, it's Raja Gosnell again.
Okay. I did not know that. I thought he directed those.
Yeah, James Gunn is screenwriter for those movies.
Gotcha.
But I mean, he
learns something new every day.
He killed it with Guardians. He killed it with the Suicide Squad. So, yeah, like you, I have some creative, faith.
Yes.
Some creative leash on my faith. Yes. I have some room.
And if you don't have faith, what do you have?
If you don't have faith, then you're not embodying the Superman principles. You know what I mean?
Hope. Have hope. That's what the S stands for.
According to Cavill.
Anything else to add to this?
No, but I'm glad we watched this together, and we should talk to Zach about it too. Zach suggested this episode.
Yes. We asked him to be on the episode, but he could not make it. He's at work.
He doesn't love us.
Yeah.
Biggest Superman fan I know. My ass.
He's rooting for the failure of the DCU.
Honestly, he'd be on here supporting it if he cared.
Isn't it kind of weird saying DCU?
Yeah,
I feel like
so used to
saying the DCEU.
But DCU is actually more natural than DCEU. It's just we've gotten so used to the other way.
Yeah.
We're used to the unnatural way.
Exactly. All right, what did you guys think of this trailer? I feel like we watched this trailer forever ago. This episode kind of went on a little bit. And also the other DC news that we talked about. What do you think? Are you as excited for Krypto as Andrew?
Are you excited for Aaron Pierre to be Green Lantern?
There we go. Let us know down in the comments below. We post new full episodes every Monday and Thursday. Make sure you hit that subscription bell. subscription
button and the notification bell.
There it is. Where else are we?
That's why there's two of us here. We're two heads, one mind.
Yeah.
We're also on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X. We are on all those social media platforms, so make sure to follow us on there and check out our daily content. Make sure to go to anywhere that you can listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Rate and review the show. Make sure to give us 5 stars so new listeners can find us. Speaking of, make sure to share us with friends and family members or random strangers on the street who you think would like to listen to Backseat Directing, because that's the best way to help the show grow organically. But if you want to get involved and step into the conversation yourself, you can join our Discord.
We're telling people about that?
Yeah, we're sharing the Discord now. It's open. We're releasing it to the public. It was only close friends and family, so we do have people who've been on the show. We have people who have the behind the scenes knowledge on Backseat Directing. Aaron and myself are very active in there. So those people are already in there, but we're now opening it to you, the general public, for a limited a fee.
Yeah, it's a one-time fee.
It's a one-time fee. It's there's no installments.
Well, like we have to pay bills.
Yeah,
so
you can break it up into payments if that is your choice.
With interest though.
But what's the amount that they would be breaking it up? What's the total?
The total would come out to being totally free. Yeah, it's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. You can join in by clicking the link in the description of this video. Again, we talk about the behind the scenes of different movies. We talk about, we have polls and debates, and we talk about episodes that are coming up in the future, as well as taking episode suggestions. So if you want to join in on the conversation, click on that link.
Yeah, the Discord is actually active right now.
I know, it keeps buzzing my phone over here.
Justin is always active in the Discord.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you want to get in there, chat with Justin, answer some of his polls, make sure that you join there. The link, like Aaron said, is in the description of the video. But like I like to say, if you have not done any of these things, if you don't want to do any of those things that we just asked, just know that we still love and appreciate you and are glad that you stuck around and watched this video to the very end. We appreciate you so much, and that's a wrap.